to Malacanang and said, we don't want you here anymore, right? And so, like this banner here says, Marcos Duterte, walang pinagsipan. Talagang parehong silang pasista, parehong sinungaling, parehong kurakot. That fascism is extending, right? Duterte laid down extremely fascist policies with the anti-terror law by establishing the National Task Force to end the communist armed conflict. And Marcos Jr. is continuing in his step.
Ibagsak.
Kasi kung sino makaupo sa pinakamataas na pwesto,
in the US. Actually, his cousin, Ambassador Pedro Robles.
Yeah, nga. So, kung sino-sino sa
really committed to actually making those fascist policies come to life here in the States. I don't know if people heard of it.
Dapat biguhin ang baguhin ang
Romualdez
sistema.
said pretty Marco Rubio, Trump's fascist state agent, along with so many others, to say that people here in the States that support the fight for freedom and sovereignty in their homelands, those people are terrorists. And Romualdez took part in this and said, we support this cause. But we know exactly who the real terrorists are. Right? The terrorists are the ones that bomb communities in restricted all over the world.
I was like, who's that there?
The ones that hate activists and terrorists. The ones that kill human rights defenders, environmental justice defenders. The real terrorists are the ones that are so committed to hiding the truth, to hiding their fascism, that they will repress all forms of dissent.
Para ikaw.
Today, across the country, in Washington DC, my Vice Chair, newly elected just down the street
para
from
sa
here,
inyo.
was barred from the DC consulate for 5 years for daring
Para sa iyo ito.
Its migrants.
Yeah, para sa iyo ito.
Ito
He
yung
was
mga
there to deliver
church nila.
a letter supported by the other mothers who are fighting for migrants in detention, and had to ask the Philippine government for support. He was there to deliver it, and the Philippine government's response was, you can't set foot on the Philippine consulate for 5 years.
Uy, ano? Oh, yun, meron doon sa harap.
In New York City, because they're so afraid of the mass movement, they built walls around the entrance of the Philippine consulate today, ahead of the actions there. This is exactly what they do. They build barriers around their institutions to prevent people from actually getting the support that they need. Last year, my friend and fellow Malay USA leader, Julie Hamora, was blacklisted from entering the Philippines. Ever again, we're daring to bear witness to the crimes of the state for being an advocate of human rights. And she was banned. She can no longer go back home to see her family. These terrorists, the real terrorists, they continue to smear the names of our friends Lyle and Kai and those others in the Negros 19 who are there immersing among the most exploited among us. And they are the ones that the government there calls terrorists. But really, we know the truth. They are so afraid of us being out here, of a mass movement, because they know what we're capable of. Our people have ousted our colonizers. Our people ousted the Marcoses. And our people just last month stopped Marcoses' bid for the UN Security Council. Just last month, we brought together over 1,000 people from all over the country to say we are here to demand genuine freedom for our people. And they are trying really, really hard to make us stop doing what we're doing because they are afraid of a powerful mass movement that knows the truth. And so we cannot let them stop us. We have to continue to build this movement. We have to continue to get stronger. We have to continue to fight back for genuine freedom in our homeland, para sa kalayaan ng bayan, for human rights democracy and sovereignty in the Philippines.
Nanalala ko kasi man akong stop sa
Maki
may
baka!
iPad.
Tawad! Tawad! USC Marcos bilang terorista! Marcos tunay! Diktador fascista! Diktador fascista! Marcos tunay! Maraming salamat, Malaya Movement USA. And tama siya, no? Actually, gusto ko lang din kausapin yung mga kababayan natin nakikinig at makakabot ng programa ng ating Tizona. Kasi araw-araw nakikita ko din sa mga kababayan natin na pinapanood yung balita sa YouTube, sa Reels. Araw-araw nakikita natin yung
Nagtrabaho ka
balita
kayo
sa
today?
impeachment.
Ha? Nagtrabaho ka
Araw-araw
kayo
nakikita
today?
natin yung
Bukas may background pa rin.
Oh.
Maaga lang din ako uwi.
Pighirap ng mga ating kababayan, ginawa nilang TV drama. So, sa ating mga kababayan, alam namin na marami kayong pangangamba, alam namin na marami
Alis, alis pumunta kayo doon.
Pag nakikita niyo yung Bangkilika, nakikita niyo
Hindi, malapit na naman kasi nakapunta ko.
foreign investors na pumapasok sa ating bansa, hindi maganda yung pakiramdam, hindi ba?
Paano yung
Hindi
message?
maganda yung pakiramdam kasi tayo ba hindi makauwi.
Bakit?
Bakit sila pwedeng mamuhunan dun sa ating bansa? Hindi na tama yun, hindi na pwede yun. So panawagan niya ng Malaya at panawagan niya ng ating susunod na speaker, no? Ano ba ang papel ng mamamayang Pilipino para palayain talaga ang Pilipinas sa mga dayuhan, no? Marami kayong mga inaalala, ibig sabihin marami tayong magagawa at nakita natin ngayon na marami tayong magagawa bilang mga Pilipino habang magsama-sama tayo at habang tayo ay bumuo ng ating mga organisasyon. So ngayon, I'm glad to introduce our final speaker, Bayan USA's very own June. Good evening, everyone. Before June gets started at the last speech, there's a lot of us
Yung anak na ito matanda.
So that means get closer to June. We want
Ayan.
people to surpass.
Oo nga.
We want more people to
Detain pa ngayon.
people
Siya ba yun?
and see how many Filipino people are presently about the Constitution. So let's go proud for our last speaker. Let's try to build the stairs and let's move back on the mic.
Bakit na naho?
Woo! Give it up for yourself! And yes, let's get closer in our rally and our People's State of the Nation address here in Los Angeles. Give it up for yourself. We're here bringing over 230 people. I think we're more than that now. Over 240 people across Southern California, raising the genuine conditions and the demands of the people. Is that right? As our MPs mentioned, my name is June, the newly elected General Secretary of Bayan USA. Secretary General of Bayan USA. Bayan stands for Bagong Aliansang Makabayan, the new patriotic alliance that brings together the different sectors of Philippine society, fighting for and waging collective action for all people's interests. Give it up again to Bayaners! Bayan in Southern California in particular has been putting in work. Give it up for them! We've been going out to the people to raise their consciousness and determination to fight. And that's seen in our people's campaigns today, is that right? Our Tizona this evening is in unison with the many Tizona actions that are happening across the U.S. Demanding an end to state violence on our people, breaking the dangerous ties of this so-called 80 years of U.S.-Philippines friendship, and exposing the individuals responsible for our people's suffering, namely the Philippine Ambassador Jose Manuel Romualdez and the Philippine President Marcos Jr. As the U.S. under the Trump administration continues to escalate war in the Middle East, the whole world, as folks mentioned earlier today, right? The whole world is dragged into their crimes against humanity. Is that right? This extremely unpopular war has a severe impact on the Philippines, as we see the development of more military bases. The commitment to conduct 500 war exercises. And the entire country set for US-led war production. This is felt by the Filipino people in the soaring prices of basic necessities like gas or food, or the aggressive land grabbing and increasing flow of forced migration. Shame! Make some noise if you actually were able to hear Marcos' speech earlier today. Not many people, but let me summarize it for y'all. Marcos Jr.'s speech can be characterized as bland, boring, and sinungaling. He is full of lies. It's been over a year since the mass outrage against the Ghost Flood Control projects. He has yet to see through the prosecution of his own cousin, former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. He claims, yet frustratingly slow to address the corrupted funds of his own family members and as property here in the
Hindi
U.S.
makita eh.
As they try to distract the Filipino people in this political theater, we can never let off the fact that it is Marcos Jr. and Sara Duterte who are squandering the people's funds and are responsible for selling out the Filipino people. Not only are pesos poured into their own interests, into their own lacuacha going around the world, it is these funds, the billions of pesos that are poured into state forces and military forces like the AFP who murdered the Negros 19. Or the NCF-LCAT that surveils and harasses people's organizations. The Philippine National Police, who has an attaché here, who continues actually arrested 51 protesters during the People's State of the Nation Address rally in the Philippines. It is this very same government that colludes with the U.S. And as folks mentioned, earlier today, our vice chairperson, outside USA, was delivering a list of demands from the fine camera, the demands that Tito Gloria helped to construct. He was delivering a list of demands, and they barred him from entering the consulate for 5 years! What card does he have? What card does he have when standing for the Filipino people? Like what we're doing here today. Is that right? Marcos' speech had no major declarations about changing policy, just continuing the status quo, appeasing people with these band-aid solutions, and even affirming that he agrees with tax silica. He agrees with the wholesale of Philippine land and resources for U.S. interests. It's bureaucrat capitalists like Marcos that have no interest in our sovereignty and instead prioritize meetings with the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and again, affirming the Philippine complicity with the U.S.-led tax silica initiative. His speech shows that he fears the truth. The truth that this administration will only be in the interest of the ruling elite. That in order to carry out these interests, the state will violence is coerce the people into submission. But will the people back down? No! He had the audacity to quote the national anthem, "Sa manlulupig, di ka pagsisiil, never shall invaders trample our shore." But he has no backbone to stand against U.S. imperialism. And so Marcos, don't use use the patriotic sentiment to confuse the people, you are the main perpetrator, the main bureaucrat capitalist who has no interest in our sovereignty and is ready to offer land to foreign corporations. So with that, we signed on to Paxilica, willingly giving land for US greed to dominate AI, tech. The Philippines is the only country to commit to giving up land in the Paxilica initiative. And 1,600 hectares or 4,000 acres of land, will be given to the U.S. and to foreign corporations. That's 3,000 football fields. Is that right? This would only allow for mineral extraction, environmental degradation, and these promises of developments of jobs are all lies. No amount of foreign industry will ever develop jobs that will truly benefit the Filipino people. And to fight for true change and development for our society, for the masses, means to fight for national democracy with a socialist perspective. What Marcos's speech shows is that he's afraid of the truth. And the truth is that people are fighting back. Organizations waging campaigns in the interest of the people are the only way through this crisis. Is that right? The Sama-Sama Kilos is the only solution. And that includes joining the main fight in the Philippines. Go back home to the Philippines and advance our people's movement. Develop our society for a genuinely free Philippines. One with our own national industry. A genuine agrarian reform free from foreign exploitation. So we have a major task ahead of us. We have a major task ahead of us to not only join an organization, raise your hand if you're in an organization. It's now our responsibility to grow our organizations. Grow our organizations for collective action, because it is only through collective action, it is only through the mass movement that we are able to win the demands of the people, that we are able to bring genuine change for our society. Yes, that's right. So we have to grow our mass organizations and our mass protests to fight against things like Paxilica and fight for pro-people policies like the family living wage, ending the value-added tax and the oil deregulation law. Our fight here is connected to the fight in the Philippines. And so join me in the chant, Baki Baka! Actually fight for the true solutions for our people in the Philippines and for Filipinos here in Southern California, right? So for our collaborative cultural, we'll be having a performance from the Theater of the Oppressed, a series of tableaus that are showing the struggle of different sectors of Filipinos across workers, students, and peasant farmers as they unite to win their fight against imperialist puppets.
Kukuha na lang ng pera sa bangko.
Bakit ako nag-withdraw?
Eh, kayo ba?
Kaya ba nagtatrabaho pa ako?
Eh, ilang taon na ba kayo? Hindi pa kayo mag-apply.
Dear
Sa retirement. Ay, may pinupuno.
So, binasabi ko
Yeah.
Oh, yun yun!
Sabi siya, susunod ako dito eh. I told you, right?
I'm Grace.
Great, Robert. Angelo.
other families.
Kaya ako nandito para
Martin takes our people and gives them to Trump. Not in spite of it, but because of this, I need to love my country.
Wala. Then,
Even when
umulan
you're not
lang,
in the Philippines,
disaster
you
ang
are a
nangyayari.
Filipino.
Binabaha.
Still can afford
saka yung
food
korupsyon
or gas
pala na.
here in the U.S.
Dati medyo ginagapang pala.
Hakot-hakotan na ng pera.
Kapag matindi yung yung business strategy. Ang lugar namin sa Cavite mataas yun. Hindi talaga binabawa. Pero ang dinadaanan namin,
You are a caregiver and you demand your stolen wages back. You are in detention and you bravely go on a hunger strike.
ano to, may tubig na.
Okay po
There
kami.
are so many more
Okay
of
lang
us
po.
oppressed
May sabi ko
than the oppressors.
Okay.
Ano? Umuwi na rin ako ngayon kasi may pasok pa ako bukas. Umaga.
The masses show us what it means to fight.
Umaga.
Trump,
Nahuli kita, hindi ka
Marcos,
nagsasayaw.
Dato,
Nagsasayaw pa sa umaga?
Yung baga ako yung nagsasayaw dun na ano.
but money.
Pag umaga.
Ang kailangan namin
Naglilinis ako
ay
na.
justice.
Ako nga po,
All
pero
we want is
pasok
to live
ko
a
eh.
life that is
Kasi
free.
pero nagising ako.
We have a right to go back to our homeland and to survive.
Next ulit pa kami naman. Sabi na kayo.
Pupunta kami sa
The imperialists,
Wednesday.
they have no right to the Philippines.
Okay na po kami.
No one but us that will win our
Hindi ko kami nagdadala ng mga tingi-tingi lang. Nagdadala namin.
Yung nakabat,
Oh,
ay
yeah.
uwi na kayo, uwi na. Kawawalan kami.
Ingat.
Di ba?
Sasabihin ako sa kanila.
Oo. Hindi pala ako nung napindot. Sorry.